Hey everyone, welcome back to the Modern Challenge review with Neoform. This is round two, and we're on the plate, which is great. Just a little fun fact: in a relatively small sample size, my game one win rate on the play and on the draw, there's almost a 20% difference, 75 versus 55. So definitely helps to be on the play here. All right, so before we dismiss any no-landers, this isn't your typical decks, and we have to consider that there are no-land hands that can be kept here, and that's going to often be in the back of multiple Simian Spirit Guides and Manamorphos, or some amount of Chancellor of the Tangle. Here, we only have one free source of mana and no permanent source of mana, so I think it's an easy mulligan. Opponent also mulligans, which is great. So we do have the mana here, and we do have a bunch of green cards. However, as I explained in the previous video, I think we really want to try to go for a hand where we're one card away from comboing, and we don't even have a Serum Vision, which is not great. So it doesn't feel great to mulligan to five when we typically do need 5 or 6 cards to combo, but I think we do need to do it. Now, this has a bunch of dig, but we just don't have a permanent mana source, and we're still, at the end of the day, at least 4 cards away from comboing. The 2 lands for a Neoform, an actual Neoform, or Allosaurus Rider, and it might even be 5 cards away if we consider that Eldritch Evolution takes 3 mana. So, as bad as it is, I think we're gonna go to 4. Now, the funny thing here is that if you draw both Grizzlebrands, which have happened, you're just most likely going to instantly lose. However, we are up on 4. We have a land to cast Serum Vision with, and we're somewhat there in terms of Allosaurus Rider, so we're just going to have to keep this. I think the cards we're looking for here are just whatever everything we need to combo. So that's one more land at least, one more green card. Although note that more than half of your deck is green cards, so I don't think we want to take any green card here. And an evolution spell. And Simian Spirit Guide doesn't even contribute to a nut Neoform draw because it only produces red mana. So I think we're going to have to bottom here. And we do. And the tricky thing here is Magic Online has the stop if you have this pregame effect, but given that you're not going to do anything with the Chancellor mana turn one, and given that you are going to give away what your deck is doing, I prefer to just like hit no ASAP here. And as you see here, I do not reveal, which is a smart play here. So we're just gonna pass and see what happens here. Hey, what the hell's? I think this is probably Infect, given that it's more popular now with Scale Up and perhaps the white splash. Although getting the getting the basic forest does indicate that they're on blue-green Infect, if anything. This could also be some sort of Zoo or what is it here? Devoted Druid or a red-green Eldrazi strategy, but it's just interesting to know here. All right, let's see if we can just start drawing up combo pieces. Well, we have the Allosaurus Rider combo here, so we just need a land and a Neoform, so we're not doing too badly. So it is Infect. So them playing 2 Glistener Elves here, I guess that makes sense after leading on Noble Hierarch turn 1. And we're not in a great shape. Alright, another green card is not good at all, and worst of all, the life gain from Nourishing Shoal does not matter in this matchup, so I'm not feeling that great about this turn of events. Okay, a new Canopy land that we're also playing. Alright, that's a block. So we get a redundant piece in Allosaurus Rider, which is not great. Alright, so they're not activating the Nexus, which is interesting. Okay, I'm not sure why this line is better. Like, wouldn't you just attack with both for the same effect? Like, blue-green is not really going to have any tricks, I think, but to each their own. Vine's great. All right, and we're dead. So, um, I don't really mulligan nearly as much as people think I do, even under the Vancouver mulligan. I think my mulligan rate is like 25% per game, but that was one of the few times where I did mulligan into Oblivion, and it's unfortunately it caused our loss here. But I think this is a fair matchup, if not a bit favored. I think we're just faster, although they do have a fast clock and light permission as well. So, and Graph Digger's Cage, which is kind of crummy, but we'll see how game two goes here. All right, and here we are, game two. So we sideboarded another Pact of Negation here, and we also sideboarded a Engineered Explosives. Now, Explosives is a bit of a hedge here. I think it's reasonable to go with Oxidize because Oxidize kills Graph Digger's Cage, which is their most likely form of permanent hate. I would also expect Spell Pierce or Dispel, but Dispel is not very useful against us. So I did a little bit of hedge, but I can definitely see an argument for bringing Oxidize because I can also kill an Ink Moth all-in push. Uh, on the play, I brought out Noxious Revival because like it's not a redundancy is not very useful and it's not graveyard hate or anything. And Edge of Autumn here, generally tend to leave in Serum Visions on the play because you do have time to do it around for one turn in most matchups. I would like to play first. Well, we had the all green card hand, no land, so we mulligan. This is one of the worst hands I've seen. Man, just like not getting any luck here. I think we just have to mulligan. Like, it's always nice to think about how far you are away from comboing, and it's at least one green source and three green cards, including an Allosaurus Rider. So I think we just have to mulligan this. Man. All right. All right. All right. I think we're just gonna mulligan into Oblivion here. All right, there's a start. This match certainly doesn't help the case of this deck here. Just like mulliganing into Oblivion, but I promise you, it doesn't always work like that. So one thing I do like to do is aggressively shoot off Metamorphose whenever it's viable to. If I'm one card away and if I need to draw the one card and the matchup is very fast, I would do it. But we're still, let's see, we're still two green cards away, including Allosaurus Rider, and Metamorphose itself is green card, so we just want to hold steady here. All right, hopefully they don't. All right, a casual 6. Don't go for it. All right, so we got to make something happen. So we do cast it. Man. Here I start to think it's not really my day here, and yep, good old clean turn 4 kill here. Unfortunately, the deck showed its inconsistent side, but you'll see later in the challenge that it does still do some powerful stuff contrary to popular belief. So this is round 2, and I'll see you in the round 3 video.